Welcome back. This is episode number 40. We've just completed the mission on Thessia, so let's check our war assets first. We have a lot of aliens in there. The Batarian fleet, the Omega Ezo horde, that should come in useful. Uh, and the general. Huh. So basically it's the info he's giving that is helping the war effort. For the Alliance, we have Eden Prime support. Alright, cool. It's too bad I didn't complete the bonus mission, but or did I? No, I didn't. That probably would have been a few more points. Protein data files, haptics ops relay, that was probably like stuff we found. The Turian 7th Fleet, the banner we found helped them. And the Quarian Heavy Fleet. My interview portrayed them as a highly skilled workforce. Their confidence and ability increased, along with their morale. Good. Alright, I still don't know what minimum means. I don't know. I noticed the gray bar used to not, like, there's two types of gray bars, so, even, so it seems like this is half of that light gray bar. I don't know. Not quite sure how that all works. So if we get the percentage up, I think the green bar should still increase to take up some of that gray space then. But we'll see how that goes. I also wonder what that is. That maybe you need to hit that to begin the final quest? Probably not. That's probably more plot-wise. Maybe that's the actual maximum you can do. If so, we're getting pretty close to it. I probably will do an episode near the end where I go around to like every system to explore to find any war assets, but we'll worry about that later, and I'll make it clear that that's what the episode is about. So if you don't care about it, you can just skip it. Anyway, let's talk to Anderson.
Shepard, I heard about Thessia.
We were so close, Anderson. So damn close to ending this war.
You didn't think it'd be that easy, did you?
I knew going in there wouldn't be a minute of this war that was easy. But watching Thessia fall, and knowing it was my responsibility.
Shepard, you know how many times I got my ass handed to me over the years? Surviving the first contact war back in the day was a goddamn miracle. They said I was a hero. I just felt lucky to get out alive. So maybe Kai Lang did beat you. What of it?
It could cost us the war.
These guys in the Resistance, they know it's a losing proposition. They know the chances of seeing tomorrow are slim to none. But we all signed up anyway. Hell, I'm sitting in London right now staring at rubble. I was born here.
Oh, great city.
It's looking like I might die here too. So I say point us at the Reapers and we'll take our chances.
Well, let's hope he doesn't die there, though. I like Anderson, and I need him to.
You'll make it, Anderson. And when this is all over,
we all will.
You can show me London.
It might need a new coat of paint first.
This will be over soon.
It better. Shake this off, Shepard.
I will.
Anderson out.
Not a huge fan of this sort of like forced depression they're putting on Shepard. Like honestly, I was thinking about it last night before, whenever it was, and that's when you know it was great when you think about it when you're not even playing it. But I think as far as my character goes, he's actually probably more distraught about the fact that he couldn't shoot Rex, because if Bailey hadn't been there, Rex would have shot him and killed him. And it makes sense because I think he was feeling, even though it was the right decision, he was feeling guilty over shooting Morden. Although I guess now it wasn't the right decision, so maybe did he know that at the time when? I guess yeah, that's what let us know it was the wrong decision when Rex found out. So kind of that revelation, coupled with the fact that he basically killed his friend for not nothing, because we still want to save the galaxy after the invasion, but the fact that we were losing Krogan support, that Rex found out that killing Morden didn't pay off the way he thought it would, I think that was kind of affecting his judgment there, and that's why he couldn't force himself to take the shot and kill another friend. So that probably haunts him more, because he needs to harden himself and do whatever it takes to save the galaxy. And I think he's kind of resolved now not to make that same mistake again, and not to hold any punches when it comes to winning this war. Or pull any punches. Whatever the saying is, he ain't gonna do it.
Not after we took down that Reaper on Rannoch. I don't know.
Yeah, but there's no way we could have stopped every Reaper on Thessia. The Asari should have jumped in earlier.
Probably.
Commander,
Cerberus has attacked a comm facility on Ontaron. I've updated the galaxy map.
Onderon? Ontarom. Okay. Onderon is a Star Wars planet. Let's check our mail. Memento. Had Petrovsky's chessboard sent to the Normandy. It doesn't go with the new decor I have planned for Afterlife. I don't think it goes with any kind of decor. Evacuating Thessia. Good, you opened this message. This isn't actually a sorry military command. They're busy tending to what's left of their planet. Oh, from Kylang. Great. So you survived our fight on Thessia. You're not as weak as I thought. But never forget that your best wasn't good enough to stop me. Now an entire planet is dying because you lack the strength to win. The legend of Shepard needs to be rewritten. I hope I'm there for the last chapter. It ends with your death. You could have, mid the last sentence, I would have understood your point. I really don't get. An entire planet is dying because you lack the strength to win. No, we lost the data, which sucks for the galaxy as a whole, but we would have lost Thessia either way. So I don't get this whole, like, it's my fault we lost Thessia. It's your fault we lost Thessia, but not really. Like, he had nothing to do with it. Thessia was doomed. A giant fleet of Reapers was attacking. There was nothing I can do. Unless I had an army of giant Thrasher Mauls, which unfortunately I don't, as awesome as that would be. From Captain Riley. Oh, who's this? My squad continues to defend the fuel reactor on Salone. The Reapers seem intent on taking it down. Not on my watch. Will hold the line. Good job, Captain Riley. That's right. I gave him the, or her. It's a her. The promotion. I'm getting Riley confused with Bailey. That's why I was confused for a second. Okay. That's our mail. I want to talk to, what's his name, though? Javik. Because I don't want to miss anything. So I'm going to try to talk to him every time I'm on the ship. Unless it's like, if nothing has changed in between. At least after every mission, let's talk to him. He is on the crew deck. No, he's not. He's down in the... Oh, hey, Tally. Mourning the dead.
Shepard, this wasn't your fault.
It's not about fault. I was supposed to stop them.
You will.
I don't know if I can do this, Tally. Earth, Paladin, Thessia. I'm risking everything to build the Crucible, and I'm not even sure what it does. Who am I to make that call?
You're the one who was right, all along. You fought when no one else would, when nobody else believed you. You can do this. I know you can.
Yeah, I really don't like this crisis of confidence. I was thinking she was talking about Rex for a second when she was like looking at his name, but that'd be too subtle. But yeah, as far as concerned in my mind, I think Shepard, if he's shaken by anything, it's more with Rex. But we will learn from our mistakes, because that's how you improve as a human being, and that's going to be part of Shepard's story arc, I think. And the next time he has to do whatever it takes to save the galaxy, he's not going to hold back. How you doing, Ashley?
I'm sorry, Shepard. You all right?
I'm fine.
Liara?
I don't know.
Okay, I'll talk to her.
Thanks. This isn't something she should deal with by herself.
Same goes for you.
Sure.
I'll be fine, Ash. That is a really thick hull. Very secure. I'm glad Ashley's talking to Liara, though. It'll be good to have, someone to mourn her planet with. Anyone in here? Probably not. No. Alright, let's head down to engineering. Yeah, that's where he is, I think.
That's not true. We earned our place in the galaxy.
Stop denying reality, Asari. Your people took the knowledge of my people from the beacon.
I have a name. It's Liara Tassoni, and I'd appreciate you...
Hey, settle down.
My home was just destroyed, and all he can do is gloat.
See, I don't think it's anything to be ashamed of, though. Sure, you built on those who came before. That's what every great scientist, every great researcher, every great artist, they just look at what came before and try to learn from it and do even better if they can. It's the same with civilizations. If we didn't learn from our predecessors, nobody would ever make any progress, and the Reapers would win every single time. It's only because we're learning from the Protheans and the race that came before them, and before them, presumably, that we have any shot of winning. So I don't think there's anything to be ashamed of. We're building off of what they did, sure, but we're also going to win where they failed. So it's all species throughout time working together, which is actually a really cool idea.
Given what's happened today, I think you owe Liara an apology, Javik.
Apologize for the truth?
but not doing more. You're a Prothean. You were supposed to have all the answers. How could you not stop this from happening?
We believed you would. Long ago, we saw the potential in your people. Even then, it was obvious. The wisdom, the patience. You were the best hope for this cycle. So you were guided when necessary.
Well, it didn't work.
You're still alive, aren't you? Your world may have fallen, but as long as even one Asari is left standing, the fight isn't over.
I guess that goes for Protheans, too.
About to say, it makes sense for him to say that.
Despair is the enemy's greatest weapon. Do not let them wield it. Liara to Sony.
Glad they're getting along now.
That was unexpected. Thank you.
We still need her talents. If grief overcomes her, she will be lost to us.
So did you actually mean what you said?
Does it matter?
Liara's been a good friend to me. It matters.
Then I will tell you what you want to hear. I meant what I said.
Carry on.
Wonder what these water tablets are. It's cool looking, but
It was good to see another of my kind, even if he was just a ghost. One more Prothean fights the Reapers. If there is to be victory in this war, it will be for all cycles. The living will avenge the dead. And do not concern yourself with Thessia's fate, Commander. The loss of a planet is insignificant next to the loss of the galaxy.
I tend to agree with that.
I suffered many defeats in the last war, Commander. Let this loss be the fuel that powers your rage. It seems you believed Protheans built the mass relays. The Reapers are cunning in their deception, allowing life to flourish, century upon century, letting us believe ourselves the masters of the cosmos. Then the truth becomes known. There are monsters in the dark spaces, and we are their prey.
It really is cool how they just designed this whole 3-game story arc and this whole galaxy based on this idea. And I really enjoyed, my favorite part of the first game was discovering it. That was definitely the high point. Kind of piecing things together, especially talking with Vigil. But, what else do you have to say?
I am with my own thoughts.
Because that means he has nothing more to say. But yeah, it definitely is a cool idea that the Reapers designed all these mass relays to ensure that light develops the way they wanted to, never suspecting that this was all part of the plan. It's a giant galactic 50,000-year trap. And as with every other species, we walked right into it. Anything to do in my cabin? I don't think so. Now that we don't have to feed the fish anymore. Thank goodness. Alright, so let's do that Cerberus mission. That sounds fun. Alright. So we have the Omega ones I don't think we can do. The Eden Prime I know we can't. I think did we do these 3? I think we did. And then we just have to return them. Priority Horizon. We'll do that later on. N7 Communication Hub. Alright. So we'll do that one next, and then unless we get another pressing mission, we'll probably do the DLC, the Leviathan one, which also got pretty good reviews. And then after that, we'll continue the main quest. Poor Thessia. Don't worry, we'll liberate you one day. Hold out as long as you can. Seems like Thessia's gone the way of Earth. Are the Solarians? I think the Solarians are okay because they were attacked by Cerberus, but not the Reapers. And I kind of get the feeling we won't be going back to the Solarian homeworld. Judging by it would seem kind of, I don't know. Things are really ramping up for the final push. I think. Definitely feels that way at least. All right, so Horizon is way over here on the Kepler Verge. What is this? Oh, this is oh, this is Horizon. We want to go here to the communications hub. It'd be really cool if you could go back to Omega post DLC once it's restored by Aria, but I don't think you can. I didn't see anything about that on the game. I might try it at some point anyway, just to be sure. Probably nothing here. The Newton system. 3 guesses who that could be named after. It's not Fig Newtons. Alright, what is Enteron? Habitable world. Its moon is decaying. Oh, is this another moon decaying world? Because there was one of those in the first or second game. Sorry to write as foolish, but today the humans look prescient. The communications hub they set up on the planet has hundreds of quantum communicators whose information is spread through broadcast on the planet and beamed out via comm buoy. While Enteron is yet to be attacked by Reaper forces, it is likely a matter of time. No population stats. Probably not a ton, though. Alright. Let's take... I'm going to take Ashley. Because... Oh. What's that visor she has now? Oh, she has 3 appearances. That must be part of the DLC I downloaded. Oh, that's kind of cool. There was a Essentials pack that I downloaded it because it came free with the collector's edition, but I couldn't find what it included anywhere. I guess that's it. Huh. All right, let's try that one out for now. I think I still probably like her uniform better, but we'll give it a shot. Oh, he's got a new uniform too. Oh, that's cool. I know there's an appearance bundle you can buy, which I didn't buy because I'm not spending $2 just to have new appearances. Do they all have new appearances? No. Liara does. Nice. Tally, what about you? This one's new, I think. Edie. Basically a white jumpsuit. And Garrus. Very cool. Okay. Let's take the Soldier Squad. Ashley and James. The guide for the last mission actually, I didn't read till afterwards, but it recommended taking a, they're probably okay on weapons. Taking a tech expert with you and Liara, which makes sense. But I'm actually really glad though I didn't listen to that. Not that I knew it at the time, I didn't. But I'm glad I didn't do that anyway because I would have much rather had Javik. I keep wanting to say Vigil, but that's the BI. Alright, what does Arms Master do? Power damage or shield recharge delay? Yeah, whatever. Squad mate health and shields. And then not enough points. Alright. So since Ashley, I reset all of her points, I don't want to put any in marksman because that's the bugged one, unfortunately. So let's give her Alliance Officer. So she does more damage and can stay alive. I can always revive her. I feel like I should take the other one to be protective of, I guess, my girlfriend, whatever you want to call her. But, power damage. She doesn't use powers, though, really. I guess sniper rifle damage. Squad mate weapon damage or assault rifle damage by 60%. That's pretty good. Let's go with that. Concussive shot. We have a lot of points at this point, so we'll probably have to go for most of them. Frozen targets? There aren't that many frozen targets. It enables it to burn, freeze, disrupt, warp, or pierce armor. Damage to organics. Our best enemies, though, are not... Well, they're hybrids, so I don't know if that counts or not. Increase force, but let's give it this, because I will have my warp ammo active, and she'll probably have her ammo active as well. Inferno grenade, again, I don't know if the companions actually use grenades, but we're going to assume so. Damage to armor, or radius. Let's do a radius. And then disruptor ammo. Since I have my warp ammo, we probably don't actually need that. What does disruptor ammo do again? Barriers and shields. Actually, that's kind of useful, though. I gotta look up the ammo types again. I don't really know anything about them. I guess headshot damage. Alright. I think we're good to go. Those are kind of cool looking, but also just kind of weird. Not sure what the devs were thinking on that one. But I like that it's an option. We'll use it for a mission or two and then change it back.
This has taken one of our secret communication facilities. All campaigns in this theater depend on the information that dish array supplies.
What do we know?
We're getting intel from a tech who survived the attack. Grace Sato. She's hiding in a security bunker off-site.
A civilian?
Yes, patching her through.
Miss Sato, what's happening down there?
I'm staying hidden, but I'm the only one left. They're trying to hack into our systems to access Alliance operations protocols. I'm tracking their activity, but they're bound to find me sooner or later.
Hang in there. We'll be there soon.
Yes. Yes, Commander.
It's not ideal, but she's the only one with any traction on this. The information stored in that network is critical, Commander. If it gets into enemy hands, we'll lose a lot of good people.
I'll take care of it, Admiral.
See that you do. Hack it out.
Pretty cool buoys. It's the Alliance logo. Not buoys, satellite dishes. Alright. Whoa. We're already,
Miss Sato, we've landed.
being
What are we
fired
looking
on.
at?
They're trying to seize
There they
control
are.
of the 3 critical access points. I'm updating your nav point with the location of the terminal they're closest to cracking.
We'll keep them from hacking in.
I'm not sure how extensive the Mass Effect wiki is, either. It's probably not like the MMO ones I'm used to using. Well, actually, SWTOR doesn't really have a good MMO wiki, but Chorus 2 does. Where you can look up very specific things. Because I'd like to know, for example, what to do to maximize cooldown reduction on your powers. Because I still feel like... I hit the wrong button there. Like, I can't just spam warps all day, I do have to wait a second. Then again, that means I have a chance to use my assault rifles, so it all works out. Sometimes though, like when they're in cover, I'd rather be able to use powers back to back. Alright, not gonna loiter too much. Where are we going? There it is. Oh.
Commander Shepard, Cerberus shuttles are scouring the area. I think they're looking for me.
We're using columns to pinpoint Sato's location.
Oh no. How do we...
Nothing's changed.
Surrounded.
Just upload the next set of coordinates.
So that was
Yes,
the...
Commander.
yeah.
Updating your nav point.
That was a grenade. These are just assault troopers. I'm sure we'll face more later on, but they're not too heavily armed. According to one of the tooltips while I was loading into the game, apparently if you shoot the cockpit of a Atlas, you can burst open the glass and expose the pilot. I'm not sure if that's actually a mechanic where you can actually like you know, the pilot has a health bar and you can kill the pilot and take it. Probably not take it, but kill the pilot to disable it. It's like right then I had to wait a second to use that because of the cooldown. Or if it just means that headshots are useful. Actually, where are you going? I can't see who I'm shooting. Oh, also I should probably be using my ammo. There's a Centurion. So yeah, let's look up warp ammo real quick just to see. Blast vulnerable targets already lifted by battles for a damage bonus and weaken the armor of grounded targets. So more damage to barriers and armor. So it's not just armor, it's also barriers. But that barriers is not shields though. Those are different things. Yeah, I wonder if can I get... It made more sense because of biotics for this. But again, if you're lifting an opponent, that means they already don't have shields or armor running, so they're close to dead anyway. What was that? Sonic grenade or just a regular grenade? So maybe I will go back to the bonus terminal when we get back to the ship and see if I can trade that in for disruptor ammo. Because honestly, I'd much rather have that. I'll look up the different kinds of ammo once I get back to the wiki. Oh, that was a bad grenade throw. Bad luck, buddy. Yeah, I definitely would like to see if it's possible to, where'd you go? How far you can reduce your cooldowns. one of those snipers down there. Keep him busy so he can't get aim. Headshots seem particularly effective against those guys. They're probably lightly armored above the neck, so they, you know, are unencumbered and can aim more truly. That would make logical sense anyway. I'm not sure if it's how the mechanics actually work. Where am I going? Over there. Alright. Med station. I'll probably, well, let's get it just in case. I want the XP. See, that one gives you 150. I don't know why they're different. I also don't know where my crew is, but they're probably entrenched somewhere. You can go down there too. Aha. Thought you could hide from me, did you? See, because of his shields, I can't actually pull him out, but if I hit him with enough warps. See, like I said, once the shields go down, they're dead anyway, so things that improve while lifted don't really mean that much. So by the time you can lift them, they're already almost dead. I wish there was like a reduced chance to lift or a shorter duration lift for people with shields or something. That would make more sense. Because it just makes the abilities as a whole a lot less useful in this game.
Miss
Still
Adam,
good,
come
just
in.
less.
Miss Adam, are you there?
Too scared to break radio silence.
We need the final coordinates. Grace, listen to me.
I do like her armor.
They're right outside.
It's without when you take away the visors for the cutscene, her armor actually looks pretty cool. Whereas James's is more like who's the bad guy from Iron Man? The Ironmonger, I think.
I know you're scared. This is more than you signed up for, but I won't let you down. Promise.
Okay, Commander. Updating your nav point with the last location now. But if you get to me in time, just hurry, please.
Commander, I think I can make a run and get her.
Do it.
Do my best. Yep, thought we'd have to go in there. I'm worried about her, but I hope she survives. I think I've heard chances of maybe 70%, just based on the knowing the game's devs, not knowing, but knowing how they operate at this point. Having played, oh, I did not see that. Decent number of their games. Well, I guess honestly, I really haven't played that many Bioware games. It just seems like I have. Let's see, KOTOR, Jade Empire. KOTOR 2 was Obsidian. Dragon Age 2, and then the Mass Effect games, and SWTOR, of course, but I'm being shot by somebody. You.
Understood.
Call in support there. Lots of nemesis around. I thought you were dead. So it's a phantom, not a nemesis. That explains the melee damage. Oh, I thought I could get a headshot in him and disrupt that. Glad I had shields though. See, robotics is really, I think the best strategy is usually just to spam warp, because that's the only thing that really affects them when they have their shields or armor up, or a barrier. And you unfortunately don't seem to be able to combo against anybody unless they're actually affected by the lift or singularity, which kind of sucks. Not sure if tech works the same way or not. More of them, great. Alright, finish him off, Ash. Take care of these guys. Grenade. Can't get a target on them. There we go.
Got it.
Left is Ashley, right is James. I guess it's the first person you pick becomes squad mate 1. Not sure what decides that. It could just be random, but it's probably the first one you pick. Grab some more ammo while we're here. There we go.
Commander, they've almost got the doors open. Help!
Got her covered, Commander. Area cleared. Picking up Miss Sato, then heading back to the rendezvous point.
Nice.
Good job, Lieutenant.
And that's the mission. Short and sweet.
Our communication station is secure. Operations in this theater are safe again. No small task to keep it that way. How is Miss Sato doing?
She has to be transferred to a nearby Alliance station. She wants to help however she can.
Good.
Good. We need all the help we can get. Hack it out.
That we do. Wonder if she'll be a war asset now. Probably. Wonder if the station will be. That probably won't, because I would assume the infrastructure doesn't count as a war asset. We need things that can help the Crucible or the fleet. Communications arrays. Schematics. Alright. And we can build smaller arrays. That'll be good. So that makes sense to help the fleet. Cool. Yeah, the Asari don't have a lot of points. The Alliance is doing good. Aliens in general. All the random extra fleets we've got. Crucible's coming along nicely. Ex-Cerberus. I actually have a decent amount of ex-Cerberus people. I guess these are from a couple different Cerberus missions, not just the one. The Krogan, despite losing the one clan, we still have a decent amount. A couple Solarians, including the first fleet they committed, and a lot of Turians and Quarians. We're doing pretty good. Galactic readiness is still 50%. Alright, so it tells us the troops assisting in a final push will have a strength of 25-46. Chances of success are low but measurable. So it is getting there, but I think we need to get that percentage up before we have a real good chance of success. I wonder how you can actually get it to... You probably can't get it to, like, victory is assured, because, you know, that would make the game seem less dire and thus less... the stakes wouldn't seem as high. Still all at 50%. So I was wondering if I was missing something here. Like, could I allocate points to them and I just haven't been doing it? I remember reading something... Was it in a blurb for the game or something? I don't... About if you, like, don't visit a system often enough, it'll start to deteriorate and lose points, and then you go around... Maybe that's, like, the second part of the game? I don't really know. Not sure. I kind of hope so. I hope there's, like, a whole, like, couple missions where I go in there and actually fight the war. Like, it's been building up to this. I don't know. See, I don't think... Because I know the ending people didn't like, at least the original one. The director's cut seemed to get... Like, people said definitely go for it, so... But they said it makes the ending... I don't know. Like... I don't want to give you any hints of spoilers. Not that I don't know any spoilers, but... yeah, I don't think the ending was unliked because it was incomplete. I could be like KOTOR 2. KOTOR 2 was...
Commander, Dr. Chakwas sent word that she'd like to speak with you down in the med bay.
Alright, the ending was just like rushed and unfinished. Which is a real shame because honestly if they had completed KOTOR 2, it would have been Mass Effect 2 5 years ahead of its time. I mean, that's what they were going for with all the companion influence and everything. They could have done it the same way they did Mass Effect 2.
At your private terminal, Commander.
And that would have been amazing. Alright, so let's see. I'm actually going to see the aura. Oh, what's
Carbon
this?
or silicon? Is there really a difference?
People feel emotion. Artificial intelligence is programmed.
Punch me, I get angry. I don't choose. I just get angry. Our emotions are programming.
That's not the same thing. Our emotions are a natural response.
Disease, parasites, lions ate their prey alive. Nature can be horrible.
So now you're siding with the Reapers?
Just because I'm saying the Reapers are alive doesn't mean I want them to stay that way. But we need to break free of nature and open our minds to new forms of life.
So you believe the Geth share the same rights and liberties as any organic being?
If that Geth is minding his own business, he has more rights than Cerberus.
Despite my disgust for Cerberus, they're still human. The Geth are just machines.
We're all machines. Carbon or
Yeah, I gotta agree with Adams this one. If the Geth were...
Feel emotion.
were elevated to true
Artificial
AI,
intelligence is
like we almost did,
Punch me, I get angry. I don't choose.
then yeah.
I just get angry. Our emotions are programming.
Genetics don't make us alive. It's our self-awareness, curiosity, and capacity to evolve.
Well put, Commander.
Of course you'd say that. You two are practically machines yourselves.
Ouch. Is that what you want to talk about? I hope not. Call me down here just to settle a debate. That's cool. Yeah, I think Edie probably is. Although she obviously has a lot of differences being an AI. In many ways, she's just as intelligent and alive, for lack of a better word, sentient, I guess would be one way of saying it, as than most humans. So it's hard though because there's when you're talking about threats on a galactic scale, though, like what would happen if a Reaper tried to side with us? Would we let him live? Would that, like, you do have to weigh the threat somebody poses against an entire species, or against all civilization, against their own survival. Like, if there was a serial killer and say you couldn't imprison him, you had to kill him or let him loose, you'd kill him because you have to, even though he is a living being and he didn't choose to be as well. I guess they do kind of choose, but everyone is still alive. I don't know what I'm saying, but yeah, it sucks to kill somebody, even a horrible person, but at the same time, if you have to protect society, it's worth it. And that's unfortunately kind of works here on the species level, because there are some species like the Krogman and the Rachni and AIs, which we have to kind of keep an eye on and keep scaled back so that they can live but not exactly thrive, because it would pose such a threat to the rest of the galaxy. Same with the Tog if they ever get uplifted. I feel like I'm advocating genocide, but I'm not. I'm just advocating population control, I guess. But yeah, it's definitely some heavy stuff and something I'd like to think about a long time before ever implementing any kind of policy over. But since it's just a game, I think we're going to go with the philosophy that AI are, for the most part, too dangerous to be left alive, at least in any high quantity. Edie is kind of a necessary evil, and on a personal level, I think my character has really grown fond of her. She's part of the crew now, but once the mission is over, see, that's tough. Would I argue for her deactivation because all AI is a threat? I don't think I would, but she would definitely have to live under more scrutiny than any other. She couldn't just wander the galaxy on her own, because if she disabled her safeguards, she could give birth to a whole nother Geth or Reaper issue. So it's kind of like the Ardok Yakshi, basically. That's actually a really good representation of it, that there are some individuals who are too dangerous to be left on their own. So it sucks to restrict their freedoms like that. Everyone deserves to be free, but at the same time, you have to weigh that freedom versus the security of the rest of the people, which is a whole other debate. Anyway, I'm standing here in the crew bay talking. Let's talk to Dr. Chakwas.
How are you, Commander?
Is that really all she wanted to talk to me about?
Good to see you, Commander.
I'm going to try to go up at the floor and then down again. Maybe it'll trigger whatever she wanted to say. It's fully possible that was it, but I suspect there's more. Hi, who are you? I can't, target him. Might be a bug. Yeah, I don't think he has anything to say.
How are you, Commander?
I guess that was actually all she wanted to talk to me about. Okay. How you doing, Garrus?
Shepard, never a dull moment when the Normandy's on tour, is there?
Any word from Paladin?
Some, and I don't like what I'm hearing. The Krogan are there in force, but they're just slowing the Reapers down, not stopping them. I'm not sure it's going to be enough.
You hear anything from your family?
But I did hear from Primarch Victus. He wanted my advice on fleet strength when the Crucible is ready. Still can't get used to people asking me things like that.
What did you say?
I said, at some point, we're going to have to decide if our fleets keep defending Paladin or we go on the offensive.
Can't do both?
Not with the beating we're taking. Like I said, Not the sort of questions I'm used to answering.
That is going to be a tough choice when the time comes, but see, if it was just attacking Earth, I would kind of understand if they didn't want to take their fleets, because I mean, they'd be sacrificing their home world to take back ours. And while it would be a major turning point, a Battle of Gettysburg, I guess, although I don't know that much about the Civil War, so that might be a bad metaphor, but it would it probably not be worth the loss of their own home world. But because the Crucible is there, and we don't know what that does, having their fleet there to defend and protect the Crucible as it operates might be worth whatever the sacrifice. But we'll decide that when the time comes.
You know what you're doing, Garrus. Trust me, everyone can see that.
Maybe. But you spend so much time on the outside trying to get in, and when you do, it's not what I expected.
How so?
All the questions, and every one of them with a million lives riding on the answer.
Yep.
You do the best you can with what you know. It's no different than your days at CSEC.
You're right. Though I'm starting to understand why the galaxy needs cold-hearted dictators every now and then.
They get things done?
They don't give a damn about the consequences. Suppose that's what it's going to take, Shepard. The ruthless calculus of war. 10 billion people over here die, so 20 billion over there can live.
Pretty much.
Are we up for that? Are you?
I don't know what you say it's not acceptable. Like, I mean, it's not. Nothing is acceptable about it. Sure, like you're losing 10 billion lives, but I mean, would you prefer to lose the 20 billion? That's morally better. No, you save the most you can. So I always liked those. Like in the original Spider-Man or whatever the old movie was, the 2003 one, when he has to decide between saving whatever the girl is or the other car full of, or the other ski lift full of people. That's a really tough moral decision. Do you save the person you love more than anything in the world, or do you save a dozen or so innocent people? Of course, because it's a superhero movie, he saves both, but which is stupid. Dark Knight is a much better example where he has to choose: does he save again the woman he loves or the guy who's best for the city? And I'm not going to spoil that for the 1% of people who haven't seen Dark Knight yet. If you haven't, you should. But because he actually had to make the choice, it makes it a much better choice. Anyway, that's kind of the decision he's talking about. And you save the 20 billion and sacrifice the 10. Like it's not acceptable. It sucks. It's a horrible choice to make, but somebody has to make it so those 20 billion can live. That's utilitarianism. There we go.
If all life in the galaxy vanishes because we hesitate, what choice do we have?
This is going to be a rough war.
Yep. I like that conversation, though, because that really does reflect what I think my character would be saying, that he hesitated with Rex, and it almost cost him his life. He didn't hesitate with Morden, and might have been the bad call, but I mean, even if he had time to think about it, which I, as a player, kind of did, because I could pause the conversation. But, then, where was I going with that? Maybe I should be a little more awake before playing this. But yeah, you don't want to hesitate. Okay, let's go to engineering and just see if Javik, for some reason his name always takes a second to come to me. See if he has anything else to say. He does. Nice.
Commander.
You settling in, Javik?
I believe some of the crew wishes to be my friend. That is not my purpose here. Also, I find I need to wash my hands. The residue of the ship is strong.
How so?
I have been exploring. There are traces of those who lived on the Normandy before. I detected a human female. Her genetic structure was unnatural, as if artificially created.
Sounds like Miranda.
How would you know that, though?
There was illness in him.
Thane.
And a Krogan who lived in these quarters. He was undergoing a metamorphosis.
Puberty.
His memories were confused, not organic to his mind. There was great confusion and turmoil.
I still can't wrap my head around that. We're reading information like you do.
For my people, it was as natural as breathing.
Evolution's an amazing force.
Our scientists believed it was the only force in the galaxy that mattered. They called it the cosmic imperative. The strong flourished, the weak perished. The governments of your cycle seem concerned with ensuring the survival of all.
I want more dialogue options so I can stop and talk about the stuff I'm hearing. This is all really cool. But I really do like the idea that a species based around, I don't know what that's called, I haven't looked it up yet, but the idea that you can, that objects have memory and you can absorb some of that memory by touching them. It is kind of, like on a scientific basis, I don't know how that would work. I mean, I guess you could look at their DNA, traces of DNA are around and chemicals, sweat and things. That kind of makes sense, but knowing like their experiences and all, that's not written in, well, maybe like the balance of proteins in cells. I guess it's plausible that it could work scientifically. Um, but it is sci-fi, so even if it is like a biotic thing, maybe it has to do with another force in the galaxy. Either way, though, it's a cool idea for a species. I guess this is like their religion, the cosmic imperative. Reminds me of the Asura's eternal alchemy in Guild Wars 2.
Was this imperative just your scientist's opinion? Or did they prove something we don't know?
The universe had already proven it. They only had to look around.
And saw what exactly?
Extinction is the rule of law in the cosmos, the natural order of things. The weakest species are doomed.
Interesting. So now he's getting into like social Darwinism on a grand scale. See, I believe that, I mean, yes, to a degree, in the natural world that's true, that's survival of the fittest, but just because that's the reason for our instincts and the reason we've gone this far doesn't mean we have to stick with it. Eventually, humans and all sentient species develop intelligence, and that gives you the ability to overcome your natural instincts and inclinations, and you can decide for yourself what your purpose is to be. So your purpose doesn't have to be survival of the fittest and furthering the species, because based on timescales, so much could happen with AI or augmentation, or I mean, there's so many other paths a species could go that it's unlikely we'll evolve in any significant direction naturally after this point. And so I imagine that would apply to all the species in the Mass Effect universe as well. Although sci-fi things tend to stay nice and slow. But yeah, so there's no reason evolution got us where we are, but there's no reason we have to structure our society based on that idea. We needed it when we were tribes living on the savannah and monkeys living in trees, or not monkeys, but whatever, hominids, I guess. But we don't need it anymore, and there's no reason we can't be kind to each other and help each other out and all grow stronger together.
It's the duty of the strong to protect the weak. Otherwise, we'd have anarchy.
But those who had nothing to offer would be eliminated.
So conflict should be a way of life?
Evolution demands it. The strong grow stronger by dominating the weak. It is for the greater good of all. Though I do not think your Asari approves of my beliefs.
Can't say I do either.
Liara? I think she just had a different idea about what Protheans were like.
We are all a product of our time. Had I been born in this cycle, perhaps I would be the noble scholar she wishes me to be.
It's like I'm not sure that's a product of our time usually refers to. Usually it's like when your granddad makes racist comments and you're like, he's a product of his time. But I was gonna say something else too. I forgot what it was. That I don't know. I guess it's reinforcing the point before that just evolution got us here, but it doesn't mean we all have to be social Darwinists. And like you wouldn't kill somebody because they're disabled or not intelligent, not as smart as other people. Like everyone has their strengths and weaknesses, and even if somebody doesn't have any particular strength, they're still a human being, and every life is valuable. So anyway, let's continue the conversation.
Like that? It's a whole different line of work.
I wouldn't know. Living a life of constant war, taking life in every battle.
I see how it could be tough to see outside the box.
It is the only box I have known. It shapes me, as stone is shaped by the one who carves it. The stone has no choice in the form it will take. You and I, Commander. War is our sculptor, and we are prisoners to its design.
Maybe not much longer. We win this, and we'll both be set free.
Yeah, because we are both soldiers, defined by war, and where we excel. The memory shard will be an interesting Like, we haven't really done anything with it yet. I'm not sure what it really does or means, but maybe it'll have a plot to come in later. All right. Anything else?
Your Liara Asari asks many questions. You would think she'd never seen a Prothean before.
Yeah, I see what you did there. All right, so I think I'm going to end the episode here. Sorry if I've been rambling and musing about things. It just, this game makes you think, which is what all great sci-fi does. So hopefully I haven't been too incoherent. I am obviously not a morning person, but I'm going to keep playing anyway. And before we know it, it will be the afternoon. Either way, I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode and stick around for more, because there's plenty more to do. I think we'll start the Leviathan DLC next, so don't miss it.